Hello everyone and welcome back. As for today's episode, we are going to discuss about the one and only, the Joker, the main antagonist of the Arkhamverse franchise. Another iconic incarnation of the Clown Prince of Crime, and honestly, the most iconic video game version of the Joker ever created. This iteration has honestly in many ways exceeded many expectations over the years, and even today, at so many years after the games were released, he still stands out as one of the most evil versions of the Joker ever created. And my compliments to Mark Hamill, who has done a fantastic job in voicing this character. And in this episode, we are going to discuss all that you know about this Joker throughout the video games, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Origins, and the Arkham Knight, as well as the 2014 animated film adaptation, Assault on Arkham, to better understand this version of the Joker and why he is the Clown Prince of Crime. And now, let's begin. This Joker apparently shares the exact same backstory as his counterpart from The Killing Joke, which I already covered, in the sense that he was a comedian who had a pregnant wife and tried to provide for her, and in one bad day he lost his job, he lost his wife, and was forced to rob the Ace Chemicals while dressed up as the Red Hood. And when Batman arrived, it caused him to fall into a vat of chemicals that mutilated him and transformed him, and thus causing him to become the Joker, the Clown Prince of Crime, and started his own reign of terror and madness throughout Gotham City. And at the beginning of his so-called career, he killed Roman Sionis and impersonated him. He robbed a bank. He lured Batman and tried to kill him. He blown up a building, was arrested and put in Blackgate, and took it over and tried to have Batman to kill Bane to break his moral code, only for which thankfully he failed, and got defeated by Batman for the first time and put back. But he will continue to play cat and mouse with Batman over the years, becoming his arch-nemesis and evil counterpart, and committing all the most horrible and most heinous crimes in Gotham's history. As during the events of Assault on Gotham, he eventually seduced Harley Quinn, his psychologist, to become his henchwoman, and while she kind of opposed him, they eventually got back together. He escaped from Arkham and came into conflict with Batman and with the Suicide Squad, and as well as trying to blow up a building, which thankfully he failed. Now, during the events of Arkham Asylum, he managed to steal Bane's formula of his venom in order to create an army of mutants to destroy Gotham City and try to kill Batman throughout all of this. And thankfully, he failed again. But because of this, he eventually got a plague, an illness of sorts, a deadly one from the venom, as it got mixed with the chemicals in his blood, causing him to officially, well, to be dying. And so, he decided to lure Batman into a trap. As while Batman already had problems with both Hugo Strange and Ra's al Ghul, the Joker made himself into a problem as well. And he put his infected blood in Batman and infected him as well, and infected thousands of other people throughout Gotham City, in order to force Batman to find a cure for his illness. As well as the fact that he hired Clayface to impersonate him in order to trick Batman to find the cure, and as well as the fact that he also tried to use the Lazarus Pit in order to gain immortality. And now, before we continue, we need to stop and ask, is this Joker evil? I put this question because, well, yeah, this guy is absolutely nuts. It should be noted here that this Joker, like many other versions, is a tragic villain, given the fact that he did have a wife that he actually loved and cared about. He wanted to be a father and that was robbed from him, and he tried his best to fulfill his dream to become a comedian, and that too never happened. Especially for the fact that even he himself admitted that he has nothing left to live for. And even in Arkham Origins, it shows him that while he's still evil and cruel, he still have a bit of a sympathetic side to a certain degree. But at the end of the day, this Joker is too far gone to be redeemed. Okay? He knows he's evil and he enjoys being evil. He sees the world as a cruel, senseless place and wants others to embrace his worldview. He tried his best to break Batman every single time and he never did. And pretty much he doesn't care for anybody. And unlike other versions that they do not want to kill the Batman but want to torment him, this Joker actually wants to kill him in order to continue his reign of madness throughout Gotham, unchallenged. And to me, the answer ultimately is yes. This Joker is evil, and like many other versions, he too counts as pure evil. And in the end, his quest for a cure has ultimately failed. As while Batman managed to get healed and healed other people in Gotham, the Joker failed to find the cure in time and he succumbed to the disease. And with this, the Clown Prince of Crime has finally met his last laugh. and his reign of terror came to an end. But, unfortunately, this will not be the end for the Joker, as even after that, he will come back to haunt Batman as a hallucination during the events of Arkham Knight. As while Batman struggled to defeat Scarecrow and save Gotham, the Joker tried to drive Batman insane and corrupt him to make him into a monster much like himself. But thankfully he failed, and Batman got the best of himself and finally put the Joker to the rest. So in the end, who was this Joker? He was nothing more but a literal man who was broken by life and eventually became a monster. A literal comedian who tried his best to succeed and to provide for his family, but lost everything and went insane and became a diabolical monster. A monster that will do anything and sacrifice pretty much anybody in order to achieve his own goals. And a monster that could easily be called as one of the most iconic villains ever made into the video game industry. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give a like and subscribe, and have a nice day.
Nice of you to say, but you of all people should know there's plenty wrong with me.